Mark, you spoke about creativity and ads and not serving up the traditional 30-second spot as you would normally, and particularly in the context of social media and mobile. And tell us a little bit about where you guys stand and where the industry stands in terms of serving up creative outside the norm.
Well, what was interesting about the media transparency is once we started getting visibility on things like viewability and verification, it forced us to raise the bar even higher on ad creativity. Because what we found is that the average ad was being viewed in some social media feeds for less than 2 seconds. So we were serving 30-second ads and only 2 seconds were being viewed. We said, we need to make sure these ads work in 2 seconds. What we were finding is that we were serving too much frequency. So we needed to be able to deal with that through things like programmatic. And so that just further focused on raising the bar in terms of advertising, and now we're looking at innovating. We want to really find the next generation of ads, and it's moving us very quickly into one-to-one marketing, mass one-to-one marketing. You may remember I mentioned Pampers as a great example of that, Oral-B Genius, Olay Skin Advisor. These are the next generation of brand building, because what they're doing is, because we have consumer ID data, now we're able to target specifically. So we know we're going to reach Andy, and we're going to give you something that's useful to you when you need it and where you need it, and not serve something to you when you don't.
So addressability means across platforms or mostly digital, or what could it be ultimately for OTT or linear TV even?
Well, and right now the addressability is more across platforms is done through programmatic, but a lot of the addressability is still happening within platforms. So remains to be seen if we're going to be able to do it across platforms, but at minimum, we're able to do it within a platform, like an Alibaba in China, for example, which allows us to be able to use their consumer ID data and then be able to serve somebody an ad when they have a higher propensity to buy. The same thing is happening in Amazon. So that's part of what this new system's looking like.
And finally, Mark, you've made a big statement about doing the right thing, doing good for different reasons, for economic growth and society reasons. Tell us about the importance of P&G, and moreover to your colleagues, the importance of doing the right thing.
Well, look, the thing is business and brands and companies reach the entire population. So, it's really a responsibility for brands and companies to be good citizens of the world. It's important to focus on where you can have as a brand the most difference, where it makes sense for your company. So in our case, gender equality is an obvious one, since 80% of the consumers that we serve are women, and half the population are women. With gender equality, what that allows us to do, so things like a Girl, it makes sense. It makes sense that always a feminine protection brand would focus on confidence at puberty. So it makes sense that Pantene would focus on women are both strong and beautiful, and so by doing so, that promotes equality. With equality comes better society, but it also drives better growth, because it creates, with economic equality, it actually injects money into and purchasing power into the market. That's good for everybody, because when markets grow, everybody grows. Which is precisely why every company should do their part. Because if every company does their part, then markets grow. And then all boats rise, which allows us to continue to keep the flywheel going, innovate, and do better things for consumers.